So Sexyy Red recently made an appearance at a small high school in an effort to do some charity work, but many of her eager teenage fans were too excited to stay seated and decided to leave their seats to bombard her. A man on the microphone then demands that everyone else be seated, warning the students that the event involving Sexyy Red would be canceled because of the chaos. Many fans criticized Sexy's brief appearance at the school, saying her music is too sexual for kids and questioning her decision for throwing up gang signs and the middle finger when she entered the auditorium. Not Sexyy Red having an appearance at a high school, I just want to know what principal approved that, LOL, wrote one fan on Twitter. Anybody defending this is crazy, added another person. All her songs vulgar as F and she came in throwing up blood, LMAO. Why would they allow My Coochie Pink and Booty Hole Brown in middle school rally? Sexyy responded to the backlash on Tuesday, July 16th, clarifying that she was there for a charity event to help those same kids. Y'all do know I went there to give the boys money for their haircuts and girls bundles for prom week because I remember when I needed help with my prom stuff, she tweeted.
People were kind of upset. You know, they left comments like the principal should be fired, taking teenagers to Pound Town, no way. The administration that allowed this to happen needs to be shamed and fired because this is beyond ridiculous. It's not like the high school students don't listen to these songs and records and watch these videos anyway. But they're saying bringing it to...
But wasn't she there to do a good deed?
She was there to go.
So isn't that what should matter? The fact that she did a good deed?
Yes, but people are saying maybe they should have picked another artist.
Maybe they didn't pick anybody. Maybe she chose to do that. Maybe that artist, what's her name? Maybe Sexyy Red said, hey, this is what I want to do for this school. Maybe the school didn't pick her. Maybe she just woke up one morning and said, you know what? I'm making some money now. I want to do something good for some kids. I'm going to choose this school. Yeah. What are we talking about here?
It just felt like we don't get enough love from the old heads. What is your take?
That. Let me tell you something. Hip hop is what it is. Anybody that's talking about the state of hip hop right now and talking about it from a negative place sounds like somebody's fucking grandfather. This is just what it is. Yes. Hip hop is evolving. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. Most of the shit I don't like, I don't listen to a lot of that shit, but I'm not hating on it.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna hate on it. Yeah. It's evolving. And these kids are using what they have at their fingertips.
I'm personally a believer that the older you get, the more disconnected and dumber you get. I feel like the closer you are to being born is your purest state and your most holistic state for the future. I would hope that the teaching is kind of reversed and the students get to teach the teachers, and then it could work its way down to the upper and then back down instead of where it is now, where it's like you're older, you have this many degrees, you got a PhD, so you can talk down on a 13, 15, 16-year-old about their cell phone usage and about the things they're not doing. I think 15, 16, 17-year-olds are the future.
So a lot of people are upset about Sexyy Red going to a high school. And I'm like, why? Why is it? What you upset for? This is just the result of adults who have allowed the culture to elevate to a point where we've relinquished and give in to the younger generation. Black culture is hip-hop culture. And hip-hop culture is a young culture. This is what happens when you allow hip-hop culture to define black culture. So we live in this hip-hop culture now where older adults, and I'm talking about 35, 40, 50 years old, have the mentality that we live in a young society. A lot of older adults are just relishing in the youthfulness of hip-hop. And they move as though if I speak any older principles, then I'm hating on you. I don't want to hate on the youth. They have this mindset that if I apply any mature principalities, any mature ethics, or speak on any type of correctiveness or corrective action, then that means that I'm condemning the youth or demeaning the youth. I'm not going to hate on the young guys or the young girls. They doing what they do. That is the mentality. That's the mentality that allows a situation like Sexyy Red going to a high school. Disclaimer, but no disclaimer. We live in a culture where children are raising the adults. Let's call a spade a fucking spade. We live in a society where children are raising the adults. The kids are showing you how to use your phone. The kids are showing you what makes money. The kids are showing adults how to be trendy, how to go viral. The kids are showing adults how to dress, how to talk, how to do their hair and makeup. The kids are showing adults what they should listen to, what they should watch, and what they should consume. The kids are making the adults feel like if they don't listen to them, they won't survive. The kids are making the adults equate relevancy to survival, that they won't be able to survive in society if they don't keep up with what they're doing. The children and the preteens are raising the adults. The kids run the household. You know that 3 6 Mafia song, Who Run It?
Who run it? Who run it?
The kids run it. We've been having all these gender war relationship conversations on YouTube, especially in the Black manosphere, right? Especially on them Instagram Black media profiles, Spiritual Word, Jasmine Brand. We talk about how a lot of women have the degrees and the income and the children. We talk about that a lot, right? How women run the community. But that's not true, is it? Children run the community because the children run them.
My man talking.
The children seem to dictate what everybody's going to do. The children seem to dictate what the mom is going to do, who dictates what the father's going to do. It reminds me of when everybody was going off on Kanye because he didn't want his daughter to be on TikTok. And Kim was like, I don't care about that. She wants to be on there. She can be on there. That's what makes her happy. People called Kanye too controlling until Ice Spice ended up making a video with his daughter. And now everybody's like, oh yeah, we understand now. Kim Kardashian came out and said, maybe I shouldn't have done that. No shit. She didn't listen to the father, but she listened to the daughter, which is very common. Very common. So a lot of them appease their children's happiness to give the optics of happiness, even though there's no substance or principle that goes with it. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. That's a different topic. But there is like this civil war going on between parents and students, between parents and the education system, from the schools, the faculty, the academics, the parents, the parenting. There's a war going on here. And Sexyy Red at a high school, or drag queens at an elementary school, or parents fighting bus drivers are just products of the war, weapons of the war. And at this point, schools are just doing what they do and parents are just doing what they do. The connection is lost, which is probably why the kids are just taking things into their own hands, because the adults are malfunctioning. The adults can't adult properly. Now, this school that she went to knew exactly what they were doing. This school that invited Sexyy Red to the high school, and she already talking about going to another high school, so the other high schools are just watching what happened with this one, trying to see what the reaction is going to look like. But I'm pretty positive that they already knew it was going to be a negative reaction, but they did not care. The question is, why didn't they care? We live in this society where people do things with apologies already set. Sorry, not sorry. They wrote their apology before they even did it because they already knew it was coming with a backlash. They didn't care. Just do it and see what happens. If it's good, good. If it's not, I apologize. And people consume things so much that they really don't care because they know it's going to blow over soon anyway. Yeah, people might be upset right now, but in a couple weeks they'll be all right. And on top of that, people are upset with Sexyy Red going to a high school, but Sukiyana just twerked on a child not too long ago. Where's the outrage for that? We don't want to talk about that pedo behavior. We only talk about disturbing behavior when it comes to men, but when it comes to women, it seems to be acceptable for some reason. I mean, because keeping it 100, it really be about the aesthetics. Because she looks young until you realize she's 10 years older than everybody. Because honestly, if I saw Sexyy Red walk out of a high school, I would have thought she was a high schooler. She fit right in. She looked just like them. See, back in the day, high schoolers look like high schoolers and adults look like adults. Little Kim, regardless of how young she looked, she still looked like an adult in a high school. Nowadays, the lines are blurred because we blurred them. So even the acceptance of behavior is blurred. You got kids looking old and old folks looking young. That's why adults do adult things around kids. Because the kids are showing you everything, subconsciously, I guess you would see them as an adult. They having full-blown conversations with you. You forget they children. Adults are doing grown activities around them and with them. This is where we at. But tell me what y'all think, man. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.